So it is asking to add this step into the orchestration. And when I try to add this step, I'm not confident to add this step. I will read this note ID and I will let you know possibly tomorrow. I think this seems to be a new validation. If you remove the schedule step, it is asking you to add the manual schedule step, it seems to be. I will check the Oracle documentation. I'll get back to you. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, now next question to all of you. In the sales order, are you selecting which orchestration it has to be picked? Are you selecting?
No.
No.
Then how system is picking the orchestration? This is also important entry question. How the system is identifying the orchestration to your sales order, how it is identifying. Based on two things. Sales order data, the data that you added in the sales order, and item attributes. And item attributes, and of course, it's based on the sourcing rule also if you are using it. If you are using the sourcing rule, then based on the sourcing rule also. Item attributes in the sense, if I select shippable to no, if I select shippable to no, is this is eligible for this item, the item whatever, is that eligible for standard sales order?
No.
No.
Is it
It'll be
eligible
bill
for
only.
it's eligible for back-to-back sales order?
No.
No.
Because in case of back-to-back sales order, also after receiving the stock, we have to ship the product to the
Okay.
customer.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it eligible for drop ship?
Possible.
Yes.
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 I'm in a confusion for my question. For dropship, is it yes or no? I think
No.
my answer is, my takeaway is here. No, even dropship is also not possible. My answer, but I'm not 200% sure. Maybe I'm 95, more than 95% sure. Okay. We have to shippable is selected. Status change to ship. Okay, now for the dropship sales order, I have a question. To all of you, I have a question. It could be EBS or whatever Fusion, generally speaking. You create a sales order and later you create a PO, right? After the supplier has shipped the product to the customer, what is the sales order status? What is the sales order status?
Invoiced.
Before
Awaiting.
invoicing.
Awaiting billing.
The sales order status is shipped actually. Okay, after ship, awaiting billing, and after that closed. So that's why I think shippable items are eligible for drop ship, I think.
Yes.
Okay. That's my understanding. Okay. Now, so if you select shippable to no, then it will simply call bill only orchestration. It won't call standard sales or back to back, or it won't call dropship. It will call bill only.
Hey, Krishna.
Yeah.
In case of dropship orders, how we will know whether supplier really shipped product to customer or not? Is there anywhere we can enter that status in the system?
Yeah, we create some transaction called ASN in the system. Once the transaction is created in the ASN in the system, that means it's a confirmation from the supplier that the product is delivered to the customer.
Okay, and the supplier can inform us in any
Through
other
ASN,
form, right?
through ASN.
Oh, okay.
So that ASN we enter in the system.
Okay.
Okay, now. So this is one of the example. Now in the sales order, the fulfillment, we have fulfillment, right? In the fulfillment, nothing but supply tab. Under the supply tab, if you enter the org, then this is what sales order? The delivery org if you enter.
Standard.
Transfer from.
It's a standard sales order, correct? Suppose here, if you select supplier,
It's a drop.
Dropship or
Dropship.
back.
it's a dropship.
Yeah.
It's a dropship. So then it has to call the dropship steps from that orchestration, correct?
Yeah.
If it is org, then it has to call the standard sales order steps from the orchestration. Okay. This is one more example for the sales order data. Okay. Now, coming to the sourcing rule, if you create a shift from sourcing rule, nothing but transfer from sourcing rule, then it's a what type of sales order? Standard sales order. And if you create a buy from sourcing rule, it's a dropship. It's a dropship. Sir, in all these cases, which orchestration is called? In all these cases, which orchestration is called? It will call this orchestration only.
Yeah.
Do order fulfillment.
Yeah, because I have mentioned here, because you see, in case of ship only, bill only, back to back, standard sales or dropship for every order except returns, this orchestration is going to handle except returns. So if it is a return, we create return sales order differently. We create a return sales order differently. When you create a return sales order, then system is going to pick up the return orchestration. So basically, this is how automatically the system is going to pick up the sales order. So if you want to pick up the sales order, you want to pick up the sales order. You want to identify the sales order for that. Sorry, you want to pick up orchestration. Sorry, you want to pick up the orchestration for the sales order. Then that is possible. That's possible using the order type. Okay, we can create order types. We can create order types like this. Standard sales order as one order type. Okay, bill only as one order type, and ship only one order type. Drop ship one order type you can create, and back to back one order type you can create. Okay, so for standard sales order, you can call which orchestration?
Generic process.
This one, ship order generic process. For bill only, you can call which orchestration? It's here. For bill only, we can call the bill only orchestration manually. For ship only, what about ship only?
Custom.
So it's a custom. How to create a custom? Very simple. You open this, duplicate this orchestration. From this orchestration, remove the invoicing step. Understood?
Yeah.
If you open this orchestration, you have the invoicing steps. 2 invoicing steps are there: create invoice and wait invoice. Remove those. Then that will become ship only. Understood? How to create
Yeah.
a ship only orchestration? What about
Yeah.
dropship? In case of dropship, you tag this. In case of back-to-back, also you tag this. So you create order type. You create order type and call the orchestration based on the order types. Sir, how to link this order type with the orchestration? Tomorrow I'll cover. Sir, where is the configuration? In which screen we will create this calling condition that I'll show you in tomorrow's session. So if I create like this, almost it's like a EBS functionality. Correct?
Right.
Okay, this I will cover tomorrow, how to create the order types and how to call the orchestration based on the order type. This is important entry question. This one. In case of order management, especially you'll get questions on these areas. The process related questions you'll get. The module functionality related questions you'll get in order management. The behavioral questions, how the order management module is behaving. Because if you know the behavior of the order management module, then you are able to do the implementation. You are able to support that module. That's why most of the interviewers, they will try to ask the behavioral questions, especially from order management. What is the current product behavior? What is the current product capability? And what are its current disadvantages? One of the disadvantages is, in case of EBS, to create one invoice for one sales, or in case of EBS, straight away we have fulfillment set. In Fusion, no. You have to create a separate step in the orchestration. And one more problem there. Okay, you create a separate step in the orchestration, but for some audits, you want the invoice to be created for one sales order. For other orders, you want to create a separate invoice for every line. In that case, you end up in creating you have to again create these order types, like one more order type, saying that 1-to-1. In that order type, you have to keep the pause step, correct?
Yeah.
And another order type, you have to create one-to-many, like one sales order, many invoices. In that, you can call the normal orchestration. Normal standard orchestration, correct? It's again a problem. If the client is saying, for not always, only for sometimes. Only for sometimes, one sales order, one invoice, only sometimes, then you have to ask the client to choose that particular order type, which is having the past step. It will call the retrospective orchestration. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to explain you the behavior of the product. I'm spending more time here. Okay. Any questions? We are not done with the 2. Still 2 more sessions pending with the 2. Okay. Thank you all then. 9:30. See you tomorrow. Vijita, I received your resume.
Yeah, Krishna.
Thank you.
I received your resume. I'll review now quickly. Okay.
Okay. Sure. That'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Krishna, one small thing, like in spreadsheet, you have mentioned do steps, right? The different types of do steps. Here, standard sales order is there and normal sales order. What is the difference between those two? Because we have 2 different do orchestrations are there.
Here.
Yeah.
In this sheet.
Yeah, here only.
So here the red color ones are custom ones we have to create.
Okay.
And remaining ones are predefined.
No, first orchestration is for standard sales order and drop ship, right?
Okay.
And
yeah.
second one is also like normal sales
This is
order.
only
Like,
for normal sales or a standard sales order.
okay.
Uh,
Like how can we differentiate like while selecting this orchestration, first one is also for standard sales order and second one is also standard sales order.
Correct. Yeah. So in this case, when the system is automatically picking the orchestration, in the first case, this is the first case, right?
Yeah.
In this first case, always system is going to pick up this one.
Okay.
So, but in the second case is we are calling the orchestration based on the order type, right?
Okay.
So in the second case, you can use for the standard sales order, Oracle provided predefined orchestration.
Okay.
You can tag to the standard sales order type.
Okay. Okay.
But in
For
the first
manual
case,
picking up. Okay. Okay.
in the first case, it will always pick the first one only.
Okay. Okay.
And I will explain this orchestration. It's also important. I will explain you later.
Okay.
If I explain now is too much, I will explain you later. It's also important.
A bit confusing actually.
Yeah, I covered this already.
Yes. What it is for? It's a new feature.
New feature.
Right?
I covered this, but again, we'll discuss.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, when you are selecting an institute or a trainer who done the OM implementation, that trainer can explain order management really well. Others cannot. Others cannot. Luckily, I did 2 implementations in order management. I know it's a tough time, but still I gained a lot of knowledge. Those days are very tough because of the product challenges, and business users are also not good business users. They don't understand whatever you say. They want whatever they want. That's it. You're not able to convince them. If you face such kind of users, then your days are nightmares.
Yeah, actually, which client is that, Krishna? May I know that one? Sorry, it's from India only or
Singapore, madam.
Understood. After hearing all those experiences, understood. I was guessing that, but I just wanted to know whether it is confirmed or not.
Singapore and China business users,
they are like that.
Very tough to handle them.
Yes.
And also, it's okay. Like it's their right. If they don't like, they can say it's their freedom. They should say we don't like, and they can say tell upfront. But they change the words during requirement gathering. They ask you something. When you're showing it in the system, they will change their words. No, I have not asked in this way. I have asked in some other way.
Yes.
I used to maintain phone recordings also. Whenever I go to any business user, not email chains. I used to, when I'm talking to them also, I used to record those conversations.
Yes.
Because they may change their words at any time. You'll be into trouble.
Yeah.
Because when you're demoing to everybody, client side managers also sitting, right? When you're arguing with the business users, it's not good. It's not good because their managers are going to support their employees. They won't support us. You cannot argue with them. You cannot convince them. You have to take the complete blame.
If you are there actually, they won't understand whatever we say. It's like they'll stick to that word only. Even we try to convince this is the behavior or this is the process, they won't listen. We want this one. Actually, that is there.
If they say at least in the front, okay, that's okay. But if they say in the front, they say something, and when we are showing, they say, no, I not asked in this way, I have asked in the other way. They will trouble you a lot. Okay, so we are reviewing your resume, madam. 5 years, 3 years, 12 years, 2 years, first-time consultant. Okay. This modules. So you change this sentence like EBS and Fusion.
Okay. Separated. I separated.
Actually. Separated, huh? Good understanding. Where is that other point?
Yeah, before that. Good experience.
Okay. Okay, this is standard normal. Okay, skill set, quality control, quality center. Okay, I've used quality center. I've used a remedy tool also.
Okay.
I worked. It's a old tool, right?
Yeah, very old tool because when I worked in India for
Mm.
Oracle, I used that one, remedy tool,
It's
ticketing
a
tool
old
actually.
tool. That is.
Yeah, very old one.
I worked on it. 2010.
Okay.
Applications. Mention the modules also. I
Okay.
know you mentioned in the top, but majority of the interviews they see the modules in the skill set. Okay,
sure.
they won't read all the sentences from the starting. They'll
Okay.
just come to the middle and they will see what modules you know,
Mm.
and they will
Okay.
check here in which companies that you worked.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
And many interview people they won't see all the details. So add the modules also that you know on Oracle EBS and Fusion here.
Sure.
Okay. I know you're expecting answers from me here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you have Singapore visa. Huh?
Yes, I'm on dependent visa.
Okay. You are currently there?
Yes. I'm in Singapore only. I'm actually my husband.
Actually, you are from 45th batch, right, madam?
Yes.
I remember I spoke to you.
Yeah. That time I told you, right, I have some family issues. So
you
I
are
went to
resuming
India.
now. Yeah, you messaged me. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember. Now, when I when I was doing implementation, I was there on a visiting visa. Visiting visa validity is only for 30 days.
Correct.
Every 30 days, I exit from Singapore. I come to India, and within 2 days, I go to Singapore.
Okay.
Within 1 year, I travel like
Correct.
almost I traveled 10 times. Coming to India, going to Singapore, coming to India, and
You were here. Sorry.
and I think the last travel that what you call that security, what you call those people, embassy or
Immigration.
Immigration people, they cross question me. They stopped me.
Okay.
When you are coming these many times, what you are carrying? Show me.
Okay.
They checked my luggage completely, and after 2 hours, they leave me from the. I mean, they asked me to leave, but they said the next time if you come, we don't tell you on the visiting visa. We travel that many times. Okay. So here. What is the type of the project? You didn't mention the type of the project. This is implementation.
No, actually, that is what I want to discuss with you because I want to enter as a support person because I don't have that much of
No, madam, you have to
industrial.
you have to mention one Fusion implementation. Otherwise, your resume is not get shortlisted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to add the implementation roles and responsibilities here.
Okay.
I see these roles and responsibilities like whatever we practiced in the class.
Yes, correct.
No, that's not right. You pick up these roles and responsibilities from the sample resumes that I have provided. And also I conducted one resume preparation session also. Or otherwise, you check the OEM methodology video here.
Okay.
Check the OEM methodology video here.
Sure.
Okay.
I've seen that one, but till last I don't remember. Yeah.
Okay. And also I have given what are the implementation project roles and responsibilities here. This document and also this document, refer to this and put one implementation and put one support project.
Okay.
One implementation and one support.
Okay.
Okay. Out of overall 2 years, 1 year for the implementation, 1 year for the support.
Okay, sure.
So it's up to your call whether the first project or the latest project you want to keep implementation or support. It's up to your call. Okay. And the role, you can mention whatever the current designation that you are keeping currently. What is the previous designation? The EBS support analyst.
Yeah.
Mention some senior consultant, something like that here.
Okay.
Senior consultant.
Sure.
And the organization, you need help in this also?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we will discuss that offline. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what you have to do is put 1 year for every project. Put 2 projects to one implementation, one support, and here add implementation project and then support project roles and responsibilities according to the project.
Okay.
And the thing is, yeah, clients, right? Which client? Okay,
Yeah.
client you can search from the Google itself. You're not there in the resume preparation session, madam.
No, I was not there.
Okay, I also given the tips to search for the clients. You can search like this: manufacturing, toys manufacturing companies, or steel manufacturing companies, or bolts manufacturing companies. Like that, you can search from the Google, and you put some client name, which is smaller. Use the small. Don't use the brands.
Okay.
Use the small clients, and put that client names. You can put. You can also type like this: retail companies in Singapore. Suppose if you want to put the Singapore project.
No, I want to put India project actually.
Okay.
Yeah, here it's very
So-
difficult to manage saying that I worked for a Singapore company.
Okay.
It's very
So-
easy to track.
Okay. So put that client. Okay. So you see the list here. So from this list, you take a small company, small client, not a big company.
Okay.
So you can choose, don't take telecom and airlines, because
Okay.
telecom companies and airlines companies, everybody knows the brands
Mm.
names. So don't take that kind of companies. You pharma also you can pick up, but pharma companies also mostly know more people knows. In pharma company, you can take a small company in pharma's list. Okay.
Okay.
Use that client names there. And you have to use the client name which is not implemented Oracle. Okay, because if you put the company name which is implemented by Oracle, suppose if you put my client name there, I can understand that you're not there in the project easily.
Yes.
That's why you have to pick up the clients who are not implemented Oracle. So take some small companies, so they won't implement Oracle. Okay. Okay, madam.
Yeah, sure, Krishna. I'll do
Okay,
that. I'll
that's
update.
it from my side.
Okay.
Tomorrow I'll see it.
Okay,
Update
Krishna.
it and
Thanks
send
for
me.
your
Okay.
time. Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.